subject. So you need my help to teach you how to write Y as a subject?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we need to change this. Okay, have a look at this. I'm going to teach you how to go about it because we need to write it in this form. So if you have a look at this, the x squared is without a squared at the bottom, correct? So when we start to do changes, how we do it? We will times this whole thing with a squared. Okay, then your x will not have a squared divided by a squared. So every time when you want to convert an equation into another one, you have to look at what you want to convert into first. So you will know what is the first step you need to take. Clear? Okay, so now you have that already. Then you can do it. This will be x squared plus a squared over b squared times y squared equal to a squared. So now you have the form already. So every time before you do changes, you look at what you want to change it to. You want to change it to this form. So you look at this one first. So you observe this first. Understand? So now what should you do? You see we have a squared minus x squared. So which means that you have to move the x squared over here. You have to move the x squared over there. Yeah. Okay, please log in your attendance. Huh? Okay, so I will do it. A squared, sorry. A squared over b squared, y squared equal to a squared minus x squared. Okay, so this whole thing, now you look at here, there is no square here. So that means the whole thing you have to take square root. So when you take square root, it will become a over b times y, and this whole thing at the right hand side, you square root it. So if we ask you to convert this into this form, okay, if you do, hello, Kydrick, call.
Yeah.
Can you please mute yourself?
Okay.
Your background got sound, you please mute yourself. Okay, so for me, I'm teaching you, I try to be in a place whereby the background is quiet. Okay. So far, you see my background is very quiet. Okay. Because we need to learn, we need to be quiet. So if I give you 2 marks for this, what you will get mark is you'll get 1 mark here and 1 mark here. You see or not? So that is how we mark. Yeah. Okay. So before you do anything, make sure you observe what you want to change it into. Okay, now, why I have to write Y as a subject? Why I need to write Y as a subject? The reason is for part B. You see part B? Part B, what they want you to do? They want you to find the area of the sitting plane, correct? Okay, this is the ellipse. Yeah, so this is a sitting. So it's symmetrical. Okay, so that means this is the point A. The coordinate is XY. So that means these four parts, they are all the same. So this is the sitting area. So area of a rectangle. So area of a rectangle, here to here is X, and here to here is Y. And it's lie on the ellipse, so your Y will be equal to B over A square root of A square minus X squared. So area will be 4 times the area of a small rectangle. So it will be 4x, and you replace. Every time in an equation, they can only involve 2 variables. 2 variables, that is the area and x. You cannot have 3 variables. If you have 3 variables, when you differentiate the other variable, you don't know how to differentiate. Yeah, it's no more a prime x. So you have to replace y with x. That is b over a square root of a squared minus x squared. Clear? So that's how you get 4b over a x square root of a squared minus x squared. So for this case, if we ask you to show that the sitting area is given by that, so how do we give mark? Look, we give mark on here, and we give mark on you replace. This one will not have mark because it's shown. Are you okay? Hello? So be very careful. So whenever you talk about this, the important thing is, even though you know that this is, I know I can substitute here straight away, but try not to. Try to write that is 4xy. And try to use the diagram to illustrate the area that you are talking about. Are you clear? So that you can get mark. If not, you straight away right here and straight away right here, we can't give you mark. For question show, you have to show how you get the formula. Okay? So now, for part C, you need, okay, prove that the sitting area is maximum. I told you already, whenever we want area maximum, happen when what?
A prime x equals to 0.
Yeah, a prime x equal to 0. So now your first step is to get the a prime x. So you use quotient product rule. This is your u and this is your v. Please try to do it. And let the 4ba be outside. It's fine. If you are not if you are a person who need to write down all these steps, please do so. Nothing wrong with that. So your u prime will be equal to 1 and your v prime, okay? Then your a prime x, yeah, you just write down 4b over a, then put in the formula, okay? Please do it by yourself before I show you the answer so that you have chance to practice.
Where Miss A and B are constants, right?
Yes. So this one, bring down the power. Copy down the whole thing. Power take away 1 times by the derivative of the bracket, inside the bracket. So if you want over here, you can simplify further. Okay, have you got the answer? So V U prime plus U V prime okay. This is my V prime. Yeah. So 4B over A cannot be 0. So I straight away write down square root of A square minus X square. Okay, this one, X times negative X or negative X square over square root of A square minus X square equal to 0. Okay, if you do like that, you will get 2 marks already. So the next one is to solve. So whenever you have only 2 terms, what you can do is you bring this one over to the other side. Then after that, you do a cross multiply. So you have square root of A square minus X square will be equal to X square over square root of A square minus X square. Square root times square root is without square root. So 2x squared is equal to A squared. So therefore, your x must be greater than 0. So your x is equal to A over root 2. So you see, if I give you 3 marks for this, the mark will be differentiate correctly 1 mark, equate equal to 0, 1 mark, and here you get another mark. If I ask you to show, you cannot just from here straight away. At least you do until here. Yep. Are you okay? So have I done what I'm supposed to do for this part? Is my job done?
No.
No. What must I do? But mark may not be awarded.
Sign diagram.
Yes, sign diagram. It's exactly like that. When I'm working, my job is to teach properly. So whether my boss want to give me bonus or not, that is my boss problem, not my problem. I cannot demand for it. So A prime X. Okay, if you have a look at here, what is the possible value for X? Can you tell me what is the possible value for X? What is the domain here? Look at this diagram. Look at the ellipse. Can you tell me? Can I draw a sign diagram like that? Class?
No.
No. So what is the maximum value for X?
A.
Please let me know. Yes, someone have said that. That is A here. It can go maximum here. You see where I tick? Okay. So now your A over root 2 is here. Since the question say is a maximum, so here will be plus and here will be minus. So you have done your part C. Are you okay so far? Hello?
Yep.
So part C, yeah? Okay, so for part D, okay, for part D, what you need to do is it, that the area of the ellipse is pi times AB. Okay, what percentage of the ground is occupied by the seat at this situation? So now, when x equal to a over root 2, we have to find the area. Okay, can you please? Put it into the formula. Your x is a over root 2 square root of a squared minus a over root 2 squared. Okay, give some time for yourself to try to get the answer. Simplify it. If you got the answer already, let me know. Done?
I think so.
Some of you show me the answer through WhatsApp. Okay, yeah, some even get the percentage already. Okay, so this will be 4b over a over square root of 2. Oh, okay, so I'm too, actually I can simplify here first. All right, so I left with 4b over root 2. Then I simplify the inside, a squared minus a squared over 2 square root, right? 1a squared minus half a squared, you left with half a squared. The whole thing square root, okay? So this will be 4b over root 2 a over root 2, correct? So this will be 4ab divided by root 2 times root 2 is 2. So this will be 2ab. Are you okay? So those who can do it fast, you don't have to write all the steps. So therefore, percentage will be 2ab, that is the maximum area, divided by the area of the ellipse, then you time 100%. Okay, AB and AB cancel. You take your calculator, you calculate, you got the answer, 63.7, is it? %. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So optimization question, very important. So this time round, I give you a geometrical shape. Okay, so I have just sent you some of the question. Have you seen? Look at the WhatsApp.
Yep.
All that geometrical shape formula, do you see that? How to find the area of a circle, the curved surface area of the cylinder, surface area of the sphere, volume of a sphere, volume of a cylinder, all that. These are some of the formula I can give it to you. Yeah, there are many others. You please go and search it for yourself, or you have that in your mind. Yeah. Do you know how to find the circumference of a circle? Do you know what you mean by circumference?
Yes.
2 pi r.
Yeah. This is also one of the important formula, whereby r is the radius, okay? Can I not?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Where did the a square go?
Because square root.
Yeah, you square root the a square,
Yeah.
then it gives a, right?
Yeah.
So then then I'm confused here because it's like a minus, a over 2. I mean, a over square root of 2, right?
1a square minus half a square.
I
Give me-
see, math. Makes sense.
Just now you didn't listen. I did mention this, young man.
Yeah, processing.
It's not processing. Your mind, your memory, your RAM, your mind, the RAM is much, much bigger than the computer. You only use 10% of it. So there are 90%, you are not using it. So stay focused, please.
Okay.
Max, you can't miss any step that I say. The moment you miss the whole thing. So you have to really, really concentrate in max. Only do max, nothing else. Okay? Okay, so now I want to discuss with you with question 10. Do you see the first one that I sent it to you? Question 10?
Yep.
Yeah. So question 10 is talking about the number of cheetah, the population of cheetah, correct? In park. Okay, they say, they use the word since 1st Jan 1986. So whenever question got such a thing, correct, we always have to take note. This is the time when t equal to 0. Start from that year. Hello? So you have to know how to relate t with the date. Clear?
Clear.
Whenever you see question like that, you have to take notes of that. Okay, next, the population is go by this formula. Okay, I will prefer to write this as 1 over 12t instead of negative t over 12 plus 500. Now, for this question, they didn't say by calculus or whatsoever, correct? They say, when does this model predict that the maximum population will reach? So if I give you 1 mark, is this function look familiar to you? Are you able to sketch the graph of this function without GC?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
I see.
shape like? I'm asking you. You yourself have to answer to yourself. For me,
Yes.
no. This graph look like this. Okay, be very careful. It start with when t equal to 0, it is 500. So the graph start with 500. Right? So it will go up. At this point is the highest, and we remember the formula is 1 over b. So what is my B in this case? What is the B in this case?
Negative 1 over 12.
Are you sure?
Wait, sorry, 1 over 12, 1 over 12.
Yeah. You see, did you write this one down in your one-page handwritten notes? You don't, one of the question you cannot do, you don't come and blame Miss Do, okay? So if you compare, the B will be 1 over 12. So this one, I will know that it will be 1 over 1 over 12, which is 12. Then after that, it will decrease. Then it will decrease at the fastest rate at the point called 2 over B. So for our case here, it will be 2 over 1 over 12, which is 24. Then after that, it will decrease at a decreasing rate. Do you have that? Did I advise you to write it down?
Yes.
I tell you, you must have your one-page handwritten notes ready before you do the practice test for next week. So that's why this week is a time whenever I discuss things that is important, please write it down. Don't wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow will never come, young people. Do things immediate. Okay, so who can tell me what is the answer for A? When does this model predict that the maximum population will be reached? When the maximum population will be reached? Okay, you don't answer me, never mind.
12 years.
12 years. So they say when, so it's good that we say t equal to 12. So if you look at the question, the beginning of the question, they do like that. So am I expecting the answer to be just t equal to 12 years?
No.
So I expect you to say 1st January 1986 plus 12. 1998. Are you clear? So
Yes.
if this is a 1 mark question, you just give me this, I won't give you mark. I only give you mark if I see this. You get me? What is the maximum population? Okay, what is the maximum population? So what I need to do, I need to look for this. Yeah. So can you please find now? So you have to sub into this formula. Got the answer already?
Is it 941?
Is it 941, class? 100 times 12 e to the power negative 1 plus 500. Is it 941? Anju?
Yes,
Is it 941?
I would say, yeah, I got that.
Did you use your calculator and count?
Did I use my calculator?
Why not?
Okay, I did use my calculator. But why?
From now, do you know from now onward you can use your calculator?
I can.
Mm.
Well, I didn't necessarily think that would do the trick.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I tried.
So is it 941?
Yes.
I'd say yeah.
Yes. 941. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So now, how many cheetah will there be on 1st January 2010? So 1st January 2010. I have to take away 1986 for 24. Right? So I have to look for N24. So if you got key this into your calculator, you can just use your Y1. You don't have to substitute. Okay. Have you got the answer?
Yep.
Okay, what is the answer?
It is 1998.
19.98.
Oh, sorry. I submitted the wrong value. Hold on.
1382.
9382.
1382.
1382. So much.
Yeah.
This
I got the same.
maximum.
1382.
This maximum is 941. Wow.
Yeah,
I
sure, but I got 1382 too.
How can this be more?
I got 1382 too.
Did you substitute into here?
Yeah.
I got 824.
It's 824.
I got
Oh, then I wrong. Sorry, sir.
I got 824
Definitely
too.
it's
It's
wrong.
824.
Obviously it's wrong. Highest it can go only 900. So how can you go up to 1,000? Okay, what is the answer?
824.
824. Did you plus the 500? Did you key in this function properly? So be very careful. You key in your function, make sure it's proper. Okay, number 2.
Miss Do,
Yes?
if the answer is 824.88, do we round up the answer to
0.8,
824?
yes, 5.
5, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
825 then.
Okay. Then for part 2, same thing. You want to talk about 1st January 2070. So you have to take away 1986. Yeah. So 16 minus 8 is 8. So 84. Am I right? So you look for N84. Okay. Can I have the answer?
84, right? 507, 508, sorry.
508.
Rounded off, yeah.
So that means there is a horizontal asymptote here. 500. So it will not go below 500. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you look at the value, can I discuss further? If you look at the value here and here, okay, can we form another question that asks for the same thing like C1? Can you give me a question? The answer will be exactly like C1. But the question is not giving you the year.
Derivative.
Find the year when the population is this amount.
No, I didn't say find the year. I want the same answer as this one.
Find the peak of the rate of growth.
The
No.
peak is here. Peak is here.
I was gonna use derivative or something.
Okay, I will not say 24 year. The year you have to find it by yourself. What do we call this point?
Inflection point, non-stationary.
Yeah, inflection point.
Non-horizontal inflection point, correct? So in what situation you have to use the non-horizontal inflection? How is the question like? That you know you have to go for the non-horizontal inflection point. You see, you are not able to set the question. That's why you are not able to answer that type of question. Yes, someone have given me very good answer. Find the number of cheetah. Okay, find the number of cheetah when the population of cheetah is decreasing at the greatest rate. Are you clear? So you see this type of question, whenever you see this type of question, you know that you have to find the non-horizontal inflection point. Are you clear? So the answer will be exactly like C. But this time you have to get the T and then only sub into the population formula to get the number. So exam, you don't expect me to give you the year like that. For this question, definitely I will not. I will set question like that. You see or not? So that is what you mean by apply it. So you know a non-horizontal inflection point is either decreasing at the greatest rate or increasing at the greatest rate. So for this one, the derivative of n prime, how is the n prime graph look like? It will look like, it will pass through this point, it will turn at this point, correct? We have done that before, am I right? Do you put down in your notes? This is your n prime t. Hello?
Yes.
Whenever you answer any question, you have to. So get prepared for two very important functions. Are you okay? Can we? Can I move on to another one? That is question 11.
Yeah.
Okay, now, question 11. Okay, I'm going to solve this question just using the calculator. Okay, we want to use solely on GC. Okay, so now, can you please read the question and key in this function into the GC? Okay, for this case, if I want to make my life easier to key into the GC, I would view this as like that. And I will turn this into 0.1. So it's easier to key into the calculator. So please catch the graph. You don't know what is the maximum value for t. It can go on and on. So you can put your t maybe 30, 20, up to you. Then you do a zoom fit. Then you show me the graph, please. One of you have get the graph. Please show it to me. Show me how the graph look like. You got the graph?
Hold on.
You see?
Loading.
You haven't mastered you haven't improved your speed of using the graphic calculator, okay? So I want to show you that graphic calculator can help you to do. Even you don't know much about calculus, it can help. Hello?
It's a curve.
I know. Can someone send it to me?
Oh, send a photo. Okay, hold on.
You can send it to the group so that everyone can see. This one is minimum. Make sure you put your x maximum to a value whereby you can see the graph turning. I think the graph should be going in this way. When t equal to 0, it is 500. Yeah, it start with 500, then you go down, then you go like that. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, start with 500. Okay, then you go up. Yep. Okay, so can you find the coordinate of this turning point? You know how to find the coordinate of the turning point, correct? Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, you use second trace minimum, left bound, right bound.
Yeah, I got 23.
30,
23.
23. X
Yeah.
is the T is 23.
Yep.
The N,
232.
232. Everyone got that? Okay. Just now someone show me the graph. Okay, listen, I'm going to explain. Someone show me the graph like that. Okay. Okay, by the way, T is greater than 0. So if you give a graph like that, I don't need this part. I don't want this part. So what I will do is I will go to window. I put my X minimum as 0. Then I put my X maximum. Okay, since here the turning point is 23, I make my X maximum as 40. If you put 20, you can't see the turning point, you increase. Then after that, you go to zoom. You select zoom fit. So these are the process that you have to keep trying. Everyone should be familiar. So every time you have a function, you try to key in to practice. If not, you will fumble. Then I cannot help you. Okay? So you got it? Okay, so on that note, we can answer the question. Okay, so can you please tell me the answer? The minimum number of elephant predicted. This is the minimum number. Two, 3, 2. Okay, when it happened, T equal to 23. So I will take, okay, so if you look at this question also, 1st Jan 1986, I have to plus 23. So it happened at 1st Jan 2009. Clear? Hello?
Yep, clear.
Okay, good. So now I need you to do it algebraically for this question. Do it algebraically. So what you need to do? You need to differentiate. So the process is the same. So can you please differentiate this? Equate equal to 0. This one I will write like that. Okay. You want to put negative 0.1 also can, your choice. Okay, try to differentiate. Equate equal to 0. Find the T. Draw the sign diagram for M prime T. Then get the minimum number. Okay, 5 minutes should be enough. Anzu, are you doing it? Anzu is sleeping now.
I'm not. No, I'm not sleeping. By any stretch of imagination.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have to do this algebraically, right? With the 1 over
Yes.
b
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. Please do it algebraically. So
Okay.
you find your n prime t first. So it's 4 plus, copy down the whole thing. Times by the derivative of the power. Okay. Simplify. So it's 4, take away 40 over e to the power of 1 over 10t. So try not to have a negative power. Okay. Put it equal to 0. So you have 4 equal to 40 divided by e to the power 1 over 10t. So e to the power of 1 over 10t equal to 40 over 4 equal to 10. So 1 over 10t equal to ln 10. So t equal to 10 ln 10. So it's approximately 23. Correct? Okay. So you find your n 23. Then you get the answer. So you draw the sign diagram. Onward, here put 23. Since it's minimum, this is minus, this is plus. So you got all the answer. So any question given to us, we must know how to both operate in algebraically as well as using our GC. Do you get me? Hello, class?
Yes.
So if I want you to do algebraically, I definitely will say using calculus or do algebraically. So that means you only can use your GC to check your answer. But usually you don't have the time to check, okay? Okay, now I want to teach you a technique. Okay, it's not to say I'm cheating, no. So what you need to do is, if I say algebraically, look, you got this right, differentiate it correctly, you got 1 mark. You put equate equal to 0, you got 1 mark. So the way you get the answer here, usually we don't care. The final answer is 1 mark. So if you find that this part that I put curvy here is difficult to solve, what you can do, you can use your calculator and get the answer. You can straight away write down the answer. I will not deduct your mark. You get me? Hello? Instead of leave it blank. So when we say algebraically, that doesn't mean that solely you cannot touch your calculator. From this part onward, you can use your calculator and get this answer. You get me? Hello?
Oh, so we can just skip that part? Like the very complicated.
You can skip this very complicated part. But for me, because I'm okay with my algebra, so I prefer not to go into graph because it will take up a lot of my time. If I don't want to go to graph, I also can use solver. I just key this into my solver. Still remember I teach you how to use solver? Then I get the answer. Hello? Instead of leave it blank. Do you get me? Hello?
Yeah.
You don't be so you have to know when we say show algebraically, which are the steps that you have to show, which are the steps that you don't show. So this is a decision that you have to make. You get what I mean? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, huh? So thank you, class. See you afterward.
Okay. Bye, miss.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you,
Yes.
Miss.
Yeah. Wanja.